The objectives for this week are determine a line of best fit for a set of linear data, determine and interpret the correlation coefficient. The correlation coefficient is a number, R, between -1 and 1. So if you give me an answer like, what is the correlation coefficient? You give me an answer like 2. I know you haven't watched the recording, because the correlation coefficient has to be between -1 and 1. And it describes how closely the points of a scatter plot cluster around a line of best fit. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting some data, and then we're going to be plotting it. And once you plot the data, to find the line of the correlation coefficient, now you can use a calculator to find the exact, but we're not looking for that. What I'm looking for is that you understand what it's approximately near. So if I wanted to find the correlation coefficient here of this line, I draw a line through the data, and if every single point lies on the line, then the correlation is 1. But since this has negative slope, it would be -1. But I can see that the points don't all lie on the line. They're all very close to the line. So I would say that it's really close to -1. Why is it negative? Because the slope, if I found the slope of this line, it would be negative. So I might say, you know, anything between 0.9 and 0.95 would be a good correlation coefficient. Now this one here, if I drew a line, it still would be negative, but these aren't very close to each other. I mean, I can see that it goes down. 0 would mean that there's no correlation coefficient at all, but there's some here. So maybe -0.5, -0.6, right around in there. Okay, and these are not going to be exact. You're just coming up with a close estimate. Now this problem here, you know, I could draw a line here, I could draw a line here. So there really isn't any correlation between these points. There's no line you could draw that would have them all in there. So we would say that the correlation coefficient would be 0. Here, I'm drawing a line. It's a positive, so now I know my correlation is going to be positive because it's going up, and it's not very close to the line, so I'm going to say about 0.5, 0.6 would be my correlation coefficient. Here, if I drew a line, they're very close to being all on the same line. So I might go with 0.9 or 0.95. So that's how you find correlation coefficient. Now, on your project, once you do your data and you draw your line of best fit in, yes, you do have to give me the correlation coefficient. So again, it's something where you're just looking at it and you're coming up with an educated guess of what that should be. Yes, calculators can come up with the exact correlation coefficient, but that's not what I want you to do this week. So in this problem, it says describe the linear correlation of the following scatter plots and estimate the value of the correlation. So this is describe the linear correlation. It's positive. And if I drew my line in here, almost every point lies on that line. So I might say that this is 0.95 to 0.99. I mean, it's a really good correlation. Now this one here, if I drew a line, every point is going to be on that line. So I would say that this is -1 correlation coefficient. Here, I would say 0. There's really not a line I could draw in this one. Here, you know, there's points above the line and points below the line, so I might say 0.6, 0.7. It's definitely positive. Here again, this one's not very good, so I might say 0.5, 0.6. And this one is going to be negative. So it's going to be negative, I don't know, 0.8. Because it's pretty good, not perfect. So if you have a problem on your practice that looks exactly like this, man, if I drew a straight line here, I don't know if I have a straight line tool here. Yeah, I do. So let's, maybe I don't. Huh. Let's try what this is. Let's try that. So here, this is a straight line. It hits every single point. That means my correlation coefficient should be +1. It is perfect. The correlation is perfect and it's positive, so I'd say it's 1. In this problem here, if I drew a line, let's draw another straight line here. It's not going to, oops, it's not going to touch every point. Okay, so I might say that this, and it's negative. It's definitely negative. So I'm going to go with -0.8 for this one, because 0 definitely would not be it. -1, it's not perfect correlation. 0.8 would be positive slope. It has negative. So I'm going to go with -0.8 for that one. In this one, this is really pretty close to 1. So I'm going to go with 0.94. And again, you know it can't be negative. So A and D have to go out. And 0.15 is not very good correlation at all, but this is pretty good. So we'll go with that. Now, the next thing that we're going to do this week is we're going to, and this is basically what your project's going to be next week and your exam. You're going to come up with a set of data. Okay. Now, here's my set of data. A local ice cream shop keeps track of how much ice cream they sell versus the noon temperature on that day. Here are their figures for the past 12 days. So on one day it was 14.2 degrees Celsius and they sold $250 worth of ice cream. And you can see that the warmer it is, the more they sell. And that's a correlation there. So how good is that correlation? So now I graph my points, and that's exactly what you have to do on your project. You have to come up with a set of data. You're going to graph your data points, okay? And then you're going to draw a line of best fit. Now, a line of best fit, there are rules to drawing a line of best fit in, and I will be looking to see if you follow these rules. What are the rules? The rules say that you draw your linear function in, and there should be about the same number of points above the line as below. So I'm looking at this, and I have like 1, 2, 3 points above. I have like 1, 2, 3 points below. So I think this is a pretty good line of best fit. So if I was going to do a correlation on this, I would say it's probably it's definitely positive, right? So I might say 0.9 would be my correlation coefficient. And then what is the last thing that we're going to be doing with our project this semester? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up with our data points. We're going to graph them out. We're going to draw a line of best fit in. And then we're going to write an equation for that line. Oh my goodness, now we're covering all the stuff that we've gone through this semester. So we would come up with our equation, and I'm not going to come up with the equation for this one because we're going to talk about line of best fit. So a line of best fit. A line of best fit, or trend line, is a straight line that best represents the data on a scatter plot. This line may pass through some of the points, none of the points, or all of the points. You can examine lines of best fit with paper and pencil, only combination of graphing calculator and paper. Now, we're going to be dealing with paper and pencil for most of this. I don't want you guys using a calculator to do this work. So please just do all your graphing, piece of paper. And here in this problem here, this is basically, so let's say that this was my exam, okay? And this is the data that I came up with. Here's what you have to do. Table gives the number of hours spent studying for a science exam and the final exam grade, and that's your YVET. So and I will be looking for this on your project. You have to label your axis, okay? So this axis here is going to be number of hours spent studying. So I've got number of hours studying. Okay, so, and I'm going to put, this is going to be 0. I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on this axis, this is the exam grade. Okay. And I'm still going to start, I might start down here with 70. What is the lowest? 60. So this might be 60 here. 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. And then I'm just going to plot my points. Okay. So at 2, so we counted these as, so this is 2, 77. 592. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 92 would be way up here. 170 is right about here. 063. So that would be about here. 490. be about there, 275. Okay, and then 384, something in here someplace. Okay, so now I have my data plotted. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line of best fit. So my line of best fit is going to be, oh no, I didn't click on the right thing. So here's my line of best fit. Now everybody's going to be a little bit different, but here's my line of best fit. Now, the next thing we have to do is we have to write an equation of the trend line. Well, I would use point and slope. Now, some kids would say, well, Mr. Schenkel, why don't we use slope-intercept form? And the reason we don't do that is because unless your graph goes from zero, starts at zero and goes up from zero, but I didn't. I jumped way up to 60, 70, 80, 90. So if I started at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then my zero axis, my x-axis, I started at 0 also, then yes, I could do that. But we learned that we could write an equation with a point and the slope. So if I could find the slope and the point and a point on the line, I could write my equation. So I'm going to find a point. So it looks like this point is on the graph here. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was 4. I think that was 490. So I'm going to use that point, 490. Now you can't use a point that's not on the graph. So like this point's not on the graph, this point's not on the graph. You have to use a point that's on the graph. So 490. Now what is the slope? Well, this is a little bit tough because here I'm counting by ones here, and here I'm counting by tens. So let's find the slope. I have to go up and over. So let's go from, I'm going to try to find a point that's really nice. So I go up 10 over 1. So it looks like my slope here is 10. So now I can write my equation. Y minus 90 is equal to 10 x minus 4. Now I do ask you to write it in slope-intercept form on the project, so you would just rewrite this. But that's how you would write your equation. So in this problem here, it asks us, it says which equation most closely defines the line of best fit? Well, guess what? This one, it starts at 0, counts by 5s, 5, 10, 15. It starts at 0, counts by 2s, 2, 4. So if I drew a line of best fit in here, okay, so let's just try to draw a line of best fit in. So let's, I don't know, maybe something like that. And again, everybody's line of best fit is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so now I look down here and it looks like none of the y-intercepts are, looks like I'm at about 2. So, but it does look like it's positive. But now which ones could I cross off right away? Because I always try to figure out what's, I know it's going to be a positive slope. So this one definitely is out. So this line is definitely out. This line's definitely out because negative slope. And then I have to go in between these two. So now it's like, okay, my line of best fit was really off, right? Because they have a negative y-intercept. So theirs must have been something more like this, okay? Which, well, you know, it is what it is. Now, I'm going to try to erase that. Let's clear that all out. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to try to draw the line of best fit. And again, let's see here. Try to use my line tool. Okay, so I'm going to start down here. Let's see how good my line is here. I have to have the same number of points above and below. So I've got 4 below, I've got 4 above. So that looks about right. Okay, so now the only thing I really need is the slope, right? Now be careful, because when you find the slope, you have to remember that one axis is counting by 2s and one axis is counting by 5. So let's say I started here. Let's say I started here and I went to, I want to see where it crosses again nicely. I don't know, maybe here. So I'm counting up by 2s here. So that's 2, 4. So I went up 4. How far did I go this way? Now I'm counting by 5s. 5, 10. So I've got 4 over 10. So that's 2/5. Well, neither of these are 2/5, but what's closer? 1/2 or 3/4. It's pretty close. I'm going to go with 1/2. I'm going to go with this one as my line of best fit. Okay, so that's how I would find my line of best fit. Now, if my graph was bigger, it'd probably be a little bit easier to do. So in this problem, it says, which is the best equation of a line of best fit? Okay, so draw my line in. So I might draw my line right about like this. It might not even go through any of the points. Remember, line of best fit should have the same number of points above and below the line. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Looks about right. Okay, so which ones can I cross off? That's the next thing I look for, is because I know it has negative slope, so this can't be correct. This can't be correct. So it has to be one of these. Okay, so now it looks like I'm counting by 1 on each axis. So let's say I take this point here and maybe this point here. So how far do I go up? 1, 2, 3, 4. How far do I go over? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like my slope is 4/4 or 1. And it's negative because it's going down. And it looks like my y-intercept's 8. So it looks like this has to be my answer. So that's how you find an equation of a line of best fit.